Good morning, welcome back to Vlogmas. It's day 6, it's St Nicholas's Day, which we don't really celebrate here in the southwest of France. I think it's quite a big thing in the region bordering Germany and the Netherlands, but it's not really anything we do here. It is, however, my big sister's birthday, so I'm thinking a lot about her and thinking what a lovely time we had this summer when we were able to go over and visit them and see her. So yeah, thinking about my family a lot today. Yeah, and just sort of taking things slow and steady. The children are back in school for the day. They were off yesterday, so we had 2 days with them. And the first day, Wednesday, was a really lovely day. Yesterday was a bit harder. I didn't really feel very well. Truth be told, I'm sort of in a little bit of a low ebb at the moment, feeling quite down, and I have been for a couple of weeks now. Not entirely sure why. Could be the change in the season, could be my hormonal cycle, could just be a thing. And so having to find that balance between letting it be and sort of welcoming it as it is, and not getting too nervous that an episode is on its way. So yeah, my nurse is keeping a good eye on me, and I'll be seeing my doctor next week. So yeah, it's just the inevitable ups and downs of life with bipolar, and obviously we all have ups and downs anyway in lives, particularly I think leading up to the festive season can be quite hard for lots of people for different ways. So yeah, I'm acknowledging that as well, and sending extra gentle hugs out to you if you're finding things tricky for whatever reason. Yeah, I wanted to work on the dolls I was showing you the other day. I've got everything stitched up and I've started stuffing one of them, but I need to make the heads, which I don't really feel like doing that now. It's already 11:15 and I've only really just come to the desk. I took it very slow this morning and had a nice cup of tea with my husband just now to chat a few things through, and yeah, that was really helpful. So yes, I'm not feeling quite up for doing a head yet. I think after lunch maybe I'll have a couple of quiet hours and I'll be able to face that. So, but what I do want to show you is I have some little friends on my desk. The little animals have come out again. The 2 little rabbits and the baby, which I haven't made. These aren't things I've made. These are little things I got second hand last year. And for Christmas last year my daughter had these 2 little mice. They're called Sourisseau and Sourisette. So souris is French for mouse. Yeah, they're ever so cute. We were playing with them quite a lot yesterday when we were sat outside. We took the little doll's house, which is or the wine box. We have a little wine box that we play as a caravan. So we were playing with that in the grass, and that was nice. That was a nice moment, and had some nice moments with my son as well. So on days like that I just have to prioritise quality time over quantity, so I can't necessarily spend the whole day easily with them, but I try to, when I am with them, to sort of really focus in on them, and we have really nice moments like that. It was a midwife when I was pregnant who told me to do that, so that's really helpful. And they're getting to the age, and they're so used to me having these moments when I'm not very well, that they sort of can feel it, they can sense it, and they'll come and give me a hug and, "You're not feeling very well, Mama. Why are you sad, Mama?" So yeah, it's kind of bittersweet that. I feel really proud of them for being so empathetic, but it makes me sad as well that they have to know that. But I know some people would say that being vulnerable is actually a great strength, and I hope that being vulnerable to the children is instilling an empathy in them, and helping them to learn how to be with other people. So yeah, it's not all bad is maybe what I'm trying to say. Anyway, getting back to the little mice and the little rabbits. Yeah, my little girl asked if I could make her another rabbit. So a bigger one like this with his ears standing up. So I found a nice pattern on Etsy. It's called Little Arkington Mini Rabbit Family, which I won't show you the pattern because I bought it. So and this the pattern for the bunny is Effie Things, I think. So she has mice pattern and rabbit pattern. If you're interested in making some as well. So yeah, I've got about an hour now before lunch, and I don't want to just mope around. I feel like I want to do something, so I'm gonna just sit here and have a play with some linen and see if I can make something. I'll see. See you in a while. These are the ones in the naughty corner. They've not turned out quite how I was hoping. The ears on this one are bizarrely very short and high up. I don't really like the face I've made. This is attempt number 3 at the face. And then this one, her head came out all wonky and wobbly, and yeah, I'm struggling to get the eyes and the face done. So, but these are the ones that did work out the other day, and I'm still very happy with these two. So they are a success. That's been a success this week, and that's the little model I'm using as a reference. So yeah, gonna tuck you back up into their little bed, and go and have a rest myself now. Oh, I've had a bit of a disaster with these two little rabbits. They've not at all turned out how they were supposed to. So I think I'm gonna give it a stop now for the rest of the day. I'm feeling quite tired and I need to go and have a lie down. It's about 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's 3:15, and we've had lunch. We've just been sorting out some Christmas presents, which is very exciting, and I've just come back up, but I was having a frustration before I stopped for lunch and it has continued. So I think probably I pushed myself a little bit too much today. Like, I don't have any energy left now to work on the dolls, but that's fine. It did me good to be absorbed in something fun for an hour and a half, but you also have to know when to say stop. And my mum always says stop before you get too tired, and with sewing that's like so important, because it just can easily ruin something. And I mean, this is just tiny little bits of fabric and wool, so it doesn't really matter, but it's still time and energy, and I don't want to go ahead now and then be too tired this evening, so because we've got the weekend ahead. So yeah, I'm gonna just hop back into bed and close my eyes for half an hour, and then hopefully I'll feel well enough to go downstairs and work on my crochet blanket a little bit. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, the children are in school until 6 this evening because they're doing Christmas decorations with the Parent Teachers Association, so making stuff that then will be sold for like school trips and things in a couple of weeks time. So yeah, we've got a little bit extra time today, and on Fridays we have pizza, so we try and make it ourselves generally, and my husband made the dough earlier, so that's rising nicely. It was all warm on the radiator, so yeah, there'll be that to do in a little while too. So yeah, time for a rest, I think. So I've just got up from my rest and I feel much better. I generally have to have 2 rests a day, and I always feel better for having one, even if at times it's really frustrating because it just stops me from what I'm doing. So yeah, it's coming up for 4 and I've got time now for at least an hour, possibly 2, depends if our son stays in as well, to just sit and relax now. And I'm going to work on my crochet blanket. So I'm sat on my son's blanket. I won't take it off for a minute. That's finished apart from weaving in these ends that I've used to crochet it together. And when I started the last phase of making it, I realised I just wanted one more row, so I crocheted up 11 squares, and these are the ones I've just got left that I need to weave the ends in, and then I can attach them, and then I can weave in all the final ends and then do the border. I started doing the border, but I realised I wanted it to be just that little bit bigger, because it's almost so big that if I didn't just do one more, it was almost not big enough. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, I've got those ends to weave in, and otherwise I've got my daughter's blanket on the other chair here. So my son's is like granny squares, so like this one, like classic granny square, and my daughter's I've done a striped blanket, and I've used like what was left over, like the odds and ends. So this is it. It's absolutely enormous. It's almost single blanket width, whereas my son's is actually wider. I do regret now that I didn't make my daughter's a little bit wider, but it fits like it's the same size as a single duvet. So as you can see, I've got a lot of work left to do. I've got a lot of ends to weave in, but I sort of gave myself a little target of doing like a couple of rows a day. So I've started at the beginning, and it's actually not too bad. But these are so warm, and I'd really like to keep them down here because they make the chairs look much nicer. This is actually like a garden chair I'm sat in, but it's more cozy and comfy with this blanket on, and next to it is like a very old IKEA chair that we got second hand that's not sort of very pretty anymore. So it's possible once I finish these blankets I might start another one for us for downstairs, and I'd love one from the sofa, and I'd love one for on our bed as well. So yeah, I absolutely love doing granny squares or granny stripes. It's just so relaxing, and I really just zone out, and I like all the parts of it, like even the sides weaving in I love. So yeah, it's been a labour of love, and I'm just hoping I can get them ready for Christmas. I'm not entirely sure I can get my daughter's one done, but I think I can get my son's done, because it'd be lovely to give them to them on Christmas morning, all finished. I mean, it's not like a surprise, like they know about these blankets. But yeah, so the house is all quiet now. My husband's just gone out for a walk. It's very messy. I could do with doing a bit of tidying, but I'm too tired to do that now, and I want to just ease into the evening slowly, and then we'll see about tomorrow. Tomorrow is market day, and library and going to art club, so I don't think we'll be doing anything extraordinary out of routine tomorrow, but we'll see. I don't know what the weather's like either. Last Saturday it was warm enough to be out in shorts and t-shirts, whereas it's cooled down dramatically and it's quite low cloud today. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see, but I think I'll leave it there for now. I'll just film myself doing a bit of weaving in, and yeah, thanks for being with me today. Thanks for your patience yesterday not being around, and yeah, I'm glad to have this Vlogmas because it just gives me something to think about and sort of encouraging me to do things and reflect as well, so it's really good. I just don't think it's particularly very Christmassy yet. Hope you don't mind. We put the decorations up. That's the tree over there. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a lot of mess in the main room at the moment. That's 2 days off school. That's what 2 days off school does. Yeah, so this is real life, I guess, and I guess it's okay to show real life on here because this is a daily vlog after all, and it's not all sparkles, is it, life? But I think there's plenty of beauty to find in the mess as well, so I'm really pleased for that. On that note, lots of love and see you again tomorrow.